All right, everybody, welcome back to the Gaming Runner Production YouTube channel. This is Armando Galan, your play-by-play announcer, and you are listening to Ohlone College Baseball live on the Gaming Runner Production YouTube channel. Just want to quickly state right off the bat, right now there will not be any innings, count, changing, or outs, or even scorekeeping. Because it is raining and there are no accessible umbrellas, I have to cover my equipment at the best I possibly can. The weather report does say that the rain will stop in the next 20 minutes. Hopefully that does happen. Otherwise, this game will not be reaching out to the internet. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's game is between the Gladiators and the Renegades. The Gladiators are coming into today's game with a 5-game winning streak. However, the Renegades with an 11-game winning streak. So something's got to give. Both teams playing their best baseball up until this point, and both doing an absolutely great job. As the teams warm up and take infield practice, we will take a 30-second timeout. And here we go. Getting ready for his first at-bat of the afternoon is standing in is Quinn Ayers. He's the right fielder, and he is your leadoff batter today for the Gladiators. And pitching this afternoon is Gonzalez for Ohlone College. Gonzalez, through 29 and a third innings pitched, has given up a home run, has walked 3 batters with 28 strikeouts, has accumulated a 3.07 ERA, and has given up 22 hits so far in this season, and has done a great job as a starting pitcher for Ohlone College. He also did do some relieving action in the previous Ohlone College game, which was a week ago at home, and did an exquisite job, has really good breaking stuff. And here he goes with his 0-0 delivery. It is to the plate, and it's lined on the ground, and it's going to be foul to the left side. And for your defensive alignment, Steinhauer is in the squat, putting down the signs. Of course, Gonzalez is pitching. Shepard is at first base, and at second base is Calvillo. Ibarra is at shortstop. Hamm is at third base. In left field is Jewell, center field is Stone, and right field is Valdez. KW is going to be the designated hitter. Here's your 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And Ayers is down 0-2. As he's taking a big hack at some of that breaking stuff. And of course, Gonzalez throws and does with great efficiency. Here's his 0-2 delivery. Inside, and it's lined in the center field for a base hit. As Ayers is only going to get a single out of the deal. And standing in now, it's number 24, the designated hitter, Ramos. As again, this Ohlone College weather just does not want to cooperate with us. Fred Ramos, of course, as I just said, playing in the designated hitter position. And here he is now. As a hitter this season, Ramos has a 209 batting average, 333 on base, and 209 slugging. Wants to look to maybe get that slugging or batting average up, as the first pitch home is a ball on the outside corner. Ramos, a left-handed batter. Of course, we got one runner on who is Ayers at first base for Chabot College. The 1-0 delivery, kicks and deals. Outside for a ball, and that was a fastball. And so Ramos doing a good job here getting himself into a nice hitter's count. Gonzalez staring down the runner. Now gets ready, kicks and deals. Inside there for a ball, as that was far too low. It was probably shin high there on that breaking pitch. Looked like a curveball. And Gonzalez in danger of giving up 2 runners on here in the early goings of the first inning. He's got to make a pitch here on a 3-0 count. Steinhauer puts up the sign, and that's a strike. As Fred Ramos thought that he had a 4-pitch walk there. He was on his way to first base, probably halfway down the line before the umpire made the call. And now it's a 3-1, and that was a fastball right on the outside corner, perfectly placed. Now Gonzalez with this 3-1 delivery. Kicks and deals. This ball is lined into right field for a base hit. Ayers is going to try and go to third here, and Ramos is going to go to second as the ball has trouble getting into the infield here. And disaster averted for Ohlone College there, as a run could have very easily scored there. And so trouble indeed with runners at second and third here. And here's Matt Sugden. Sugden has a .346 average, .433 on-base percentage, and .519 slugging. He's having a great season so far at the plate. Looking to add to his RBI totals, which is 10 on the season here. 2 runners in scoring position. Gonzalez with his 0-0 delivery in there for a strike, and that was a nice fastball on the outside corner. Sugden batting from the right side. The wind is pushing out to right field a little bit, so opposite field power here might be a good option. Gonzalez gets a sign, and now the location from Steinhauer. This ball is on the ground. Ayers is going home. He's going to be tested, and he is out trying to take a run. And a great job right there. Out of Jayden Ibarra. Steals a run away from the Gladiators on that ground ball there. And now with runners at the corners, standing in is now Gilliam. Sam Gilliam with a .359 batting average as he takes a first pitch fastball, and the pitch gets away from Steinhauer. And Sugden moves up to second, so now you're back in the same position as you were in the previous at-bat with 2 runners on at second and third base. However, with 1 out in the inning. And Steinhauer had trouble controlling the ball there on that pitch. Gonzalez with this 1-0 delivery. Swing and a miss from Gilliam. Gilliam with a .519 on-base percentage and .641 slugging. And so a very productive season out of him so far. The 2-0 is a swing and a miss. Sorry, that was a 1-1. Now it's 1-2 on that swing and a miss. Gonzalez showing great poise out there with the early game struggles from Ohlone College. in the driver's seat here with the 1-2 count. He kicks, he deals. Outside corner there for a ball. And now it's 2-2. Sam Gilliam has 8 RBIs on the season. He has 2 home runs. Looking to try and add to those totals here on this at-bat. It's a big spot here in the first inning to put some runs on the board. As he takes a bouncer to the plate there, and now he puts himself into a 3-2 count. And Steinhauer did a really good job there blocking it at the plate, as it could have very well have gotten past him. But he kept it in front of him. Controlled the ball very, very well there on that pitch. Here's your 3-2 delivery from Gonzalez. And it is in there, and is it? No, it is not. As it's now a walk, and we have the bases loaded here. Standing in now is Jonathan Gadzar. Through 59 at-bats, has recorded a .305 average, .382 on-base percentage, .441 slugging, 11 RBIs, and a home run. Also has 6 stolen bases, so he's definitely the most dangerous bat here on this Gladiator lineup, with the bases loaded and 1 out here in the top of the first inning. The pitch from Gonzalez. On the ground, Gonzalez has it, throws it to first. Now Steinhauer back to, and there you go. As Gonzalez actually threw it to Steinhauer, and Steinhauer threw it back to first, and that was a double play right there. Call that a 1-2-3 right there. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more baseball action. And here we are, back from the timeout, and standing in at the leadoff spot here for Ohlone College is Damien Stone, the center fielder for today's game, as the rain picks up even harder now. It's actually slightly hailing out here, which is not good because, again, Ohlone College does not have a booth, so my equipment is getting rained on, and I cannot afford to let this equipment break. Stone takes an outside pitch for a ball. And he's ahead in the count now, 1-0. And pitching tonight for the Gladiators is Tanner. And thus far has given up a 3.96 ERA and 12 hits. Or 12 runs, rather. The 1-1 in there for strike two, as the 1-0 delivery was a strike, a watching strike, a looking strike from Damien Stone. Now he's down 1-2 on 2 straight strikes. Stone swings and misses at a fastball in the outside corner for strike 3. Go, G! And standing in now is Jayden Ibarra. He's going to be playing. He's actually listed as the shortstop, but he was just playing at third base here in the first inning, so I wonder if maybe it was a last-minute change. Awaits the 0-0, and he fouls this one out of play to the left. And so far, Jeter has really made his case of being the most dangerous Renegade on this lineup, with a 468 average, 522 slugging, and 548 on base percentage as he grounds this one to the second baseman, and that's an easy out right there. And now you have 2 outs. Score is still 0-0, however, the Gladiators left 3 runners on in the first inning. Here's McAnthony Valdez, who homered in the last game, in the last home game here at Ohlone College. He's batting at .310 average, .412 slugging, .603 on base percentage, as he takes this ball bouncer to the plate there for a ball, rather. It was a fastball. Tanner with the 1-0. In there for a strike, and McAnthony wanted it, but he held back and it was a strike anyways. Valdez awaiting the 1-1. Here's the 1-1 from Tanner, and it is a ball well outside there. For your defensive alignment for the Gladiators, you have Ikes at right field, Sugden at first base, as the 2-1 delivery was a ball, and now it's 3-1. You have Gilliam at catcher, Gazdar as the shortstop. Durkoff is the left fielder, Derflinger the second baseman.
There you go, Mike!
As McAnthony just walked. Now Ohlone has 1 runner on. Miladvich is at third base. Maestas is at center field, and of course Tanner is the pitcher. Here's Jaden Shepard now. .311 for his average, slugging at 400, and on base percentage is at .525 to start today's game, as this Ohlone College roster can really do some damage. Here's his 0-1, or 0-0, and having some trouble out there in second base with it, but does a great job recovering after the bobble and throws him out. And so we're through 3 so far. It's 0-0, and 2 hits for the Gladiators, no hits for Ohlone College, no errors for both teams. We'll be back in 30 seconds right after this break. All right, here we are here in the top of the second inning. Duroff is up, the left fielder. And Duroff has a .250 batting average, .360 on-base percentage, and .350 slugging so far in the season as he takes a pitch in the outside corner there for a strike. Gonzalez with some early game struggles. Well, really this whole entire Ohlone defense with early game struggles, but they cleaned it up in the first inning, getting a double play after giving up bases loaded. Duroff takes a strike in there for now an 0-2 count. Looked like a changeup there that he was tried with. And Duroff really needs to battle here. He's down 0-2. Gonzalez delivers. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch there. Looked like a really nice curveball right there and a 3-pitch see you later. And standing in now is the second baseman, Derflinger. Derflinger with a .255 average, .367 on-base percentage, and .412 slugging. So far having a nice little season. Probably wants to get that batting average up a little bit, but doing a great job at the plate so far. 13 RBIs, a home run also to boat. And he takes an inside pitch there that hits him, and he's got first base easily there. And here's Nick Miladvich. He is the utility infielder, and he is batting at .263, has .364 for an on-base percentage, and slugging at .368. So also doing a very decent job. However, he does not have any RBIs on the season. Probably something that he would like to achieve as he takes a pitch in there for a strike. Looked like a changeup there. Gonzalez looking for a double play ball possibly, or even a strikeout. Double play ball could very much end the inning here with one out. Runner at first base. Gonzalez kicks and deals. Swing and a miss right there. Hard swing and miss from Gladvich. And he's down 0-2 now. As there are a significant buildup of spectators out in the left field grass area. And shout out to those folks over there. The 0-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Gonzalez doing a great job with some powerful stuff and attacking the zone there. Miladvich swung and a miss at a fastball on the upper inside corner there. Now with 2 outs, here's Maestas. Nick Maestas has no average and no slugging so far, only a .83 on base percentage as he takes a ball on the outside corner. However, his numbers do not look too great because he's only been in 3 games and has only had 11 at-bats. So definitely not enough of a sample size. As he pops this one into center field. Center fielder says he has it. And he does, and there's your 3rd out. We're going to head into the bottom of the 2nd inning. Score is 0-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds. And so while we were away, the Ohlone Renegades took a very big road trip. They went down to West LA to play a 4-game series. Then they played Contra Costa as well as San Francisco, winning in all games, of course. And in the first game, in game 1 of the 4-game series against West LA, Will Jewell on a 2-strike pitch doubled it, and Alan Yen recorded his first ever college win, and that game ended 11-10. It was a great game, and if you missed it like I did, you really missed out, honestly. That was a very, very, very good game out there in West LA. In the 4-game series, the Renegades swept West LA, and it was a great job and great experience for this team. As we now head back into the action, here's KW Quillisi, my goodness. He is the designated hitter today, and he really impressed last week when we were here for that home game. He's batting at .289, slugging at .426, but an on-base percentage of .711. No pun intended. .711 on-base percentage. Not bad at all. Definitely leading the Renegades through this point in the season as he takes an outside pitch for a ball. So with Quillisi, of course, you got to make some very quality pitches because he will make sure that he gets on base at the very least. KW awaits the 1-0 from Tanner. In there for a strike. That had some nice movement on there. Quillisi batting from the left side, awaits the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Quillisi now stands in again, awaits the 1-2, and he fouls this one off to the left side. KW standing at 6'4". Comes from Washington High School as he takes an inside pitch there. Residing in Alameda County. Sorry, Alameda High School, not Washington High School. He resides in Alameda County. He came from Alameda High School. He swings at a outside pitch there for strike 3. And that'll bring up Will Jewell, who was the hero. The hero against West LA. Came up with a big double, as I just said. RBI double to give the Renegades a 1-run win against West LA. He's been a pivotal role so far in this winning streak for the Renegades as he takes a pitch on the outside corner there for a ball. He's batting at .417 with a slugging of .588, on-base percentage of .750. Both him and Quillisi doing a great job getting on base. As he grounds this one to the first baseman. No trouble there. 3 unassisted for the ground out. And here's Corey Steinhauer batting at .128. Has a slugging of .265 and an on-base percentage of .179 to start today's game. From Foothill High School, is going to be transferring to UNLV of Nevada, Reno. Resides in Pleasanton. As he swings hard and fouls this 0-0 delivery to the screen. It's going to make it 0-1 now. Dark cloud still looms over Ohlone College, so we're still getting just partial rain. Nothing too crazy, and hopefully nothing more will come. Steinhauer takes, and that looked like a really good pitch out of Tanner, but an even better stone-cold take from Steinhauer. And a bouncer to the plate there, and apparently the call was a strike. I did not see the home plate umpire say it, so Even better pitch, actually, from Tanner on that 1-0 delivery. Or actually, no. That was a ball. Forgot. Steinhauer fouled it off. He lines this one to left center field. It might find a gap, and it does. It bounces. Steinhauer rounds first, heads to second. He's got a double. And a great at-bat out of Steinhauer, waiting for his pitch and unloading on it. And with 2 outs, here is Calvillo. Cameron Calvillo, standing at 5'9", weighing in at 185 pounds, batting from the right side. Came from Castro Valley High School and resides in Castro Valley, California. It's Calvillo. He's batting at 292, slugging at 346, and on base percentage of 375. It's a good contact hitter as he takes that pitch on the outside corner there for a ball. He's a good contact hitter. Even great utility second baseman out there. He's got a very good glove and a decent arm. As he awaits this 1-0, and it is in there for a strike. Calvillo, of course, with his 292 average, trying to look to add to his RBI totals as he fouls this one out into the parking lot. Someone's going to have to buy a new windshield.
Get on, Cam. Find the way, babe.
Calvillo now in a 1-2 count with the runners in scoring position here.
Single scores a run. Let's go. Send it.
Corey Steinhauer is the runner at second base. Outside, and it was a great take.
That was outside.
And that'll make the count now 2-2. Calvillo with 3 RBIs on the season, looking to try and get to 4 here. As he lines this one out to left field, it might find some grass, and it does, but it's foul. And the umpire is turns to the Ohlone College dugout. He apparently had a problem with something that one of the players were saying. As Coach Curran now goes over and is talking to him. Some of the coaches now telling the Ohlone College dugout to just calm down, calm down. So the two coaches now convene with each other, and the umpire says, here we go. So we're going to continue play here. Cameron Calvillo in a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Steinhauer at second base. Open to see the arms waving from the third base coach. 0-0 is the score here in the bottom of the second inning. Tanner with this 2-2 delivery. Outside for a ball. So it looked like it was 87 miles an hour there. And here's your full count. And now Curran is now talking to the home plate umpire. As he heads back now.
Finish it off, Cam.
Calvillo now awaits his 3-2 delivery. Trying to score home and run. 3-2 with 2 outs. And he walks. And a great at-bat out of Calvillo there. And here comes Stevie Hamm, who is batting at 293, slugging at 388, and also on base percentage at 610. Doing a great job at the plate thus far in the season. Stevie Hamm has 15 RBIs on the season. He has 2 in play here. Steinhauer at second and Calvillo at first with 2 outs. And he takes a first pitch fastball in there for a strike. Stevie Hamm, a very poised batter, makes you throw strikes. It makes you work to get him out. As he pops this one well out of play into the right side. And now Stevie's down 0-2 in the count. The crowd here at Ohlone College almost at capacity on both sides. There are a ton of people here to watch this game, and cannot blame them. 2 of the best teams in the league dueling it out right now, playing some of their best baseball. The 0-2 delivery is low and outside for a ball.
No, we did.
Now Stevie with the 1-2 count here. Awaits the pitch from Tanner. Here it comes. Lines it into center field for a base hit. Steinhauer being waved home. The throw home is it in time? No, it's not. Steinhauer scores. Stevie Hamm with an RBI single. And Ohlone College in the lead. 1-0 is your score. And standing in now for his second at-bat of the afternoon is Damien Stone. Damien awaiting his 0-0. In there for a strike, and it looked like a slider possibly there. Damien trying to figure out a way to get a base hit here or pass the line up to Ibarra, who is on deck, and he lines this one to left for a foul ball. They land in a tree. Heads up there, birds. Your home is being invaded by a baseball. Now the count is 0-2. As the rain cloud is just barely starting to pass over Ohlone College, so we might be able to get some graphics finally going. Hopefully. This ball is fouled. And Damien's going to take a walk there as he's shaking his head. That 0-2 delivery was outside and high, and I imagine he's probably thinking to himself, probably should have let that one go. But good thing that he fouled it off nonetheless, staying alive here in this at-bat. And here we go, an RBI situation. Runner at second and first with 2 outs. Takes an outside pitch there for a ball. Calvillo is at second. Stevie Hamm at first for Ohlone College. The score is 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning with 2 outs. 2 hits for both teams. And no errors thus far for both teams. Tanner with his 1-2 delivery. Outside for another ball. As Tanner has gotten himself into an 0-2 count quite a few times here in this inning so far, and just does not have the pitch to put them away. This Ohlone College squad making him throw a lot of pitches and work for these outs as he calls a time here. Stone calls a time at home plate. Now playing some mind games, the game within a game. Something that baseball is very famous for. Here's your 2-2 delivery. And it's bounced to the shortstop, and no, it was not bounced, it was popped, and there's your final out. And through 2, we have 2 hits for both teams. 1-0 is the score for Ohlone College in the lead. No errors. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Ohlone College Baseball here on the Gaming Runner Production YouTube channel. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back. All right, and we are back, and if you missed it, Stevie Hamm with an RBI single, and Steinhauer scored from second base. And that's all the action that's been happening so far here through 2 innings. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. And the score is 1-0, Ohlone College. 2 hits for both teams and no errors, and here we go. Gonzalez kicks and deals. Ooh, almost very, very close. It looked like a strike there, but it was called a ball, just a tad bit too high. Standing in his air is the right fielder for Chabot College. Ayers awaits, swings and misses at the 1-0 delivery. And Ayers, who got on base in his last attempt, looking to try and get on base again. In the first inning, the Gladiators left 4 runners on as he pops this one out to left field. And making the play there is Jewell for the first out. All right, standing in now is Ramos, the designated hitter for today's game. Gonzalez with the 0-0 delivery, and it's a breaking pitch in there for a strike. As Gonzalez does like his 0-0 breaking pitches. And it's working very well for him. He's got a lot of movement here in the early goings on his breaking pitches, so hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This 0-1 delivery is fouled off to the left side to make it now 0-2. As the presence of people building up in left field is only growing. And you gotta love it. People showing some school spirit. You can tell some of them are Ohlone College students. As the 0-2 delivery is bounced to the plate and Steinhauer cannot control it. Kept it in front of him, however. And now it's a 1-2 count. The Gladiators got to be thinking to themselves about that first inning, leaving 3 runners on and bases loaded with 1 out and could not score a run. This ball is bounced and from 3-1 for the ground out. It looked like Shepard was going to take it on his own, but then just flipped it to Gonzalez. And now we have 2 outs. And here's Sugden. Sugden standing in. Trying to get on base here for this Gladiator squad as he takes an outside pitch there for a ball. Sugden awaiting the 1-0 delivery from Gonzalez. And here it comes. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Gonzalez doing a great job attacking the zone so far and is not messing around at all. You cannot blame him. His stuff is great so far today, as it was a week ago. Sugden awaits. Breaking pitch in there for another strike. Now he's behind in the count 1-2 as he takes a minute to step out. Some notable stats from Sugden. He has 2 home runs on the season, 10 RBIs off of 18 hits and 52 at-bats. It's not also counting the at-bat that he had earlier on in the game. This is stats recorded before the game. This ball is grounded, and from second base to first for the ground out, and a great play out of Calvillo.
Here comes the sun, baby.
Heading into the bottom of the 3rd inning, it's 1-0 here at Ohlone College. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Your Renegades are leading. And the rain cloud has just lifted over Ohlone College. The sun has come out to say hello. So we will have graphics back up in a minute here. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 3rd inning action here, and Jeter Ibarra is up for Ohlone College. As we have weathered the storm quite literally here at Ohlone College. Although it wasn't much of a storm, it was just a bunch of sprinkles. Ibarra, arguably the most dangerous Ohlone bat on this lineup. Swings at a first pitch breaking ball and fouls it back to the screen. Ibarra awaits the 0-1. Outside there for a ball. And Ibarra actually has not recorded a single home run on the season, but with 13 RBIs, definitely is a force. Swings and misses on that outside pitch there. Outside and low. Looked like a fastball. And now it's 1-2. Ooh. Almost forgot to update the count. Here's your 1-2 delivery. Outside there for a ball. Ibarra with 5 doubles on the season. Has not recorded a triple either. 29 hits. Pitch on the outside corner there for a ball. And now the count is ran full. And here we go, 3-2. And it is absolutely here the biggest moment in this at-bat, as this ball is grounded. A great play out of the second baseman, but cannot recover the ball cleanly and throw it. So that's a infield single there for Ibarra, and chalk it up. Now his 30th hit on the season. And standing in now is McAnthony Valdez. Or actually, is it Valdez? Yeah, it is McAnthony Valdez. See, I know these things. I know these things, people. 3 hits for Ohlone College, 2 for the Gladiators so far. Valdez has recorded himself 4 home runs on the season as he takes a first pitch strike there. He's recorded himself 4 home runs on the season, a triple and 3 doubles with 16 RBIs. As he awaits his 0-1 pitch, and this is fouled off to the right side. Now he's down 0-2. And Valdez from Miami, Florida. As he takes an outside pitch there for a ball. He's from Miami, Florida, and he went to Calvary Christian High School. And he's looking to go to the University of Miami after this. He's standing at 6'1" and 250 pounds. His designated spot is first base. However, he does switch around. He lines this one into center field for a base hit. Ibarra is going to head back to second here. So it looked like he might have wanted to go to third base, but he did not have enough time to round the base there and make it safely. So he runs right back. We got 2 runners on here with no out here in the inning. And here's the first baseman, Jaden Shepard. Valdez does play in the infield. Like I said, he plays at first base. He's playing at right field so far today, and has done a great job actually in any position that he has been put in. The same thing here with Shepard. Shepard stands in here from Pleasanton, California. And he calls time at home plate, playing some mind games here. And the first pitch is an outside pitch for a ball outside and low. He's from Amador Valley High School. He's one of the taller Ohlone College players at 6'6", 230. And he came into today's game with a .311 average. Shepard also has 2 home runs on the season with 7 doubles and 16 RBIs. This pitch is a wild pitch. It's bounced to the plate. Ibarra rounds third, and he's not going to try home. But both runners do move up, Valdez and Ibarra. And now the count is 2-0. As I was searching my notes, I did not update the count, and now we're going to have a mound visit here for Tanner and the Gladiators. While we have a mound visit, I'm going to take a timeout here. And thus far in this game, Ohlone College, of course, leads 1-0. There are 4 hits for Ohlone College with no errors, and for the Renegades, 2 hits, no runs, and no errors. As the home plate umpire comes in, it's now telling them that they are running out of time. Got to wrap this up. Wind is now pushing out to right center field, as indicated by our American flag out there by the scoreboard. And now the meeting is over with out there in the mound. As we got some wind coming in now. You can hear it on the desktop microphone, which has built-in wind resistance. Of course, the wind comes straight up here from Ohlone College, so from where I'm facing, it's pushing up against my back. And now we restart here. Shepard with a 2-0 count, awaiting his 2-0 delivery from Tanner. The pitch in there, and he fouls it off, as it also did bounce off the catcher's head there. And you got yourself now a 2-1 count after that foul off. Shepard trying to add to his RBI totals, which are 16 on the season. And he takes this pitch well outside and low for a ball. Now it's a 3-1 count. Of course, 2 runners on and no outs so far. The 3-1 delivery. We are waiting from Tanner. Here it comes. And this ball is popped out into right field, and it might find some grass. No, it does not. And a great play out of this Chabot College defense. No run will score there. So they're not going to test it. From shallow right field, I wouldn't test it either. We have 1 out here in the inning. And standing on the base pads for Ohlone College at third base is Ibarra, and at second base is Valdez. And here's KW Quillisi. Of course, came into today's game with an impressive 711 on base percentage. And so this is definitely not a batter you want to be facing here in this situation, as he calls time, playing some more mind games here. That's one of the things that we baseball fans love about this sport, is the mind games that are played while playing the sport. As the first pitch there is in there for a strike. KW with 6 RBIs on the season takes an inside pitch there for a ball. So if he didn't extend his legs there, it probably would have hit him, maybe on the shins a little bit. That's not fun. If you've ever been hit in the shins before, you probably have PTSD now, thinking about it. The pitch outside is a ball. And now the count is 2-1. So I want to say shout out to the Ohlone softball team, who is currently playing a doubleheader. Hopefully they can secure their first win of the season. See, KW takes a inside pitch there for a strike. And it looked like it might have been too far inside, but the home plate umpire liked it. Now it's a 2-2 count. Quillisi, of course, very dangerous in these situations, is going to make you throw some really good pitches in order to get him out. He does not get out easily. And that pitch right on the outside corner, and it's going to be called a ball. And that's a stone-cold take there. Great pitch and a stone-cold take out of KW Quillisi. And there's just an example there of the patience and discipline that he has on the plate. Both him and Jewel, who is coming up right after him. That pitch on the outside corner is a ball, and we have bases loaded with Will Jewell coming up, the hero from West LA. Let's see if he's going to put on his cape. As of course, as stated before, he came up with that huge RBI double in the first game in West LA to take home that 11-10 victory. Let's see if the hero has his cape today. The 0-0 delivery. In there for a ball. Outside corner. Jewel, a rare left-handed batter. And no shift coming from the Gladiators defense, which is something I like personally. In there for a strike. On that 1-0 delivery. Is about maybe number high in between the numbers and the letters on the uniform there. So about stomach, abdomen high. Now Tanner with his 1-1. Swing and a miss from Jewel and strike 2. Jewel with the hard swing and miss there. If you got a piece of that, could have very well have left the building. Or the park. This is not really a building. 1-2 count now. Tanner trying to work his way out of it. Doing a great job so far. Outside pitch. And now it's 2-2. Tanner with some early game struggles, however, doing a great job getting out of these struggles. Has only given up 1 run here through 3 1/3. And this ball is lined to the first baseman, but he misses it. Ibarra scores. Here comes Valdez. Valdez scores. And to third is KW, an RBI single for Will Jewell. And here's Corey Steinhauer, who had a double in his last attempt. And it looks like we're going to have a mound visit here, as it could be the end of Tanner's day. Let's see what's going to happen here. The pitching coach is going to take the ball, and yes, he is. And for Tanner, he's going to be taken out here with 3 1/3, giving up 5 hits and 3 runs. And those also responsible for runners at the corners. As he gets a nice ovation from this crowd. We'll have the new pitcher next here after this 30-second break. You're listening to Ohlone College Baseball here on the Gaming Runner Production YouTube channel. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 30 seconds. So the new pitcher for the Gladiators is Carson Glavich. He is a left-handed pitcher He also bats from the right side. He's a freshman at 6'1", 185 pounds, and he came from Heritage High School out here in California. So he will be the one pitching for the Gladiators, and we'll be back here in about 10 seconds. And here we go as Steinhauer walks back up to the plate, gets into that right side batter's box, and here we go, everybody. Carson Glavich, of course, as I just said, the pitcher, and he's inheriting runners at the corners with one out. And here we go. Steinhauer's trying to bunt across. He does. And the throw home is not in time. As Steinhauer is going to take first base there on that bunt attempt. And Ohlone College now has a 4-run lead. 4-0 is your score. Now there's a conversation between the Gladiators coach and the home plate umpire. As I think he might be saying that Ohlone College might have set a runner early. And confrontation is over with now. Oh my goodness. My papers are flying all over the place. Thank you, sir. We got people with fast reactions over here. And here we go. 4-0 is the score, and standing in now is Calvillo. Looking to try and score home a run. The 0-0 bounces to the plate for a ball. And the Gladiators so far just really have not looked like they found their step. It might have been that first inning when they had bases loaded and couldn't cash in. And that does do a lot of bad for your confidence, especially early in the game. This ball is lined into left, and it is fair down the line. No, it is foul.
I saw chalk come up, guys.
As it looked like it was fair down the line, but it is not, and it would have scored 2 runs there. Oh, man, and Calvillo's taking a very long walk back to home plate as he thought he had an RBI double there. As he found the gap down that left field line. Fit it almost perfectly in there, but just off the mark.
That one landed fair. We cleared the bases.
Now Calvillo resets. It's a 1-1 count here with 1 out. In a big spot. The pitch outside for a ball. And as good as it is for Ohlone College here in this situation, it's not totally gloom and doom for the Gladiators here, as a ground ball does get you out of the inning virtually, as long as you execute the double play correctly. And it puts you at a 4-run disadvantage, but it's very early in the game. You can still work your way out of it, but they cannot allow to give up very much more runs here in this inning. As this pitch is grounded to the third baseman. He steps on the third base back, throws it to first. Is it in time? It is not, and it's only going to be 1 out. That was your double play ball right there that I was just talking about. And now standing in is Stevie Hamm. Of course, Stevie Hamm had that RBI single in the previous inning, in the second inning. Now looking to add to his RBI totals on the afternoon so far. He's got 2 runners on again. And coincidentally, they're the exact same runners. Steinhauer and Calvillo. Here you go. Here's your 0-0 delivery. It is a looping curveball there, but it just misses the mark. Stevie Hamm batting from the right side. The pitch. Swings and misses there. And Stevie Hamm, of course, has shown some great poise at the plate this season with a .610 on-base percentage coming into today's game. Which means he's drawing a lot of walks and getting a lot of hits. So he takes a pitch on the outside corner there, and it's a great pitch. And it's going to be called a strike. Now it's 1-2, not 2-1. Glavich, one pitch away from getting out of this rut here, and he throws his pitch, and it's a swing and a miss from Stevie Hamm, and there you go. And so we're through 3 so far, 6 hits for Ohlone College and 4 runs and no errors. And for the Gladiators, 2 hits and no runs, no errors. They have 3 left on base. Don't go anywhere yet. Still got plenty of action. 4-0's your score. Back in 30 seconds. And standing in now is Gilliam for the Gladiators as he takes an inside pitch there for a strike. We're here in the top of the 4th inning. Score is 4-0 Ohlone College against their crosstown rival, Chabot College. The pitch here is a strike, and now it's an 0-2 count. And Gonzalez has so far done a absolutely sensational job staying ahead in the count constantly and throwing some very quality pitches, some very good strikes, making this Gladiators squad work as he gets a 3-pitch strikeout there to start the 4th inning. And standing in now is Gazdar. Gazdar, who's playing in left field so far, has had some troubles a little bit early on. And Gonzalez with the pitch. In there for a strike, and he's thrown 4 strikes in a row here to start this inning. And when you say attacking the zone, not very many people do it as good here as Gonzalez is. The pitch. Ooh, and it's a ball. It is. I think everybody there thought it was going to be a strike. It was just low. Now Gonzalez with this 1-2, or just 1-1 rather. Kicks and deals. And it's fouled off. Now it's 1-2. And as we're reaching the midway point here in this game, score is still 4-0. 6 hits for Ohlone College, 2 for the Gladiators, and no errors for both teams. No runs for the Gladiators, of course. 1-2. Bounces to third base, but it's going to go into foul territory, so we're going to restart and do it again. And here we go. The 1-2 count now from Gonzalez to home is bounced to Jeter there at third base. Up with it as Jeter throws it to first, and he's got himself a nice little 6-3 there for a ground out. And now there are 2 outs here in the inning. I'm sorry, Gazdar is actually playing in shortstop. Duroff is playing in left field, and here he is now. And that first pitch is in there for a strike.
I feel you, man.
Both teams coming in here with big winning streaks on the line. So far, Ohlone College showing that they want their winning streak to stay alive the most, as the 0-1 delivery is bounced off of Duroff's bat. He just barely got a piece of it. Now it's 0-2. And Gonzalez looking for a quick inning here. Getting some good work out of these Gladiator bats. Doing a great job here with the heart of the order, actually. 4, 5, and 6 was due up here in this inning, as that pitch was inside and it's fouled off, and it's on its way to building 1. My goodness, that ball got out of here in a hurry. That would have been, if he could have straightened it out, probably a double down the left center alley. Gonzalez now with his 0-2. Swing and a miss there from Duroff. Or no. He got a piece of it, and a great job so far battling off these last 2. Very, very difficult to battle off pitches. So I'm still wondering how in the world he got a piece of it there. Doing a great job here. Battling still in a 0-2 count, though. He's got a lot of work to do. The 0-2 delivery once more. Outside for a ball. go. A 1-2 count now with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Gonzalez kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. That time is a swing and a miss. Good battle out of Duroff, but he strikes out nonetheless. And we are through 4.5 innings. Score is still 4-0. We'll be back here in 30 seconds. Timeout. All right, due up for the Renegades is the 1, 2, and 3, Stone, Ibarra, and Valdez. Here comes Damien Stone now. And I'd like to say also a big shout out to the crowd here. We have well over 150 individuals here all bunched up to watch this game. Here's your 0-0 delivery in there for a strike. Looked like a very nice changeup right there, maybe even a curveball. Had a lot, and I mean a lot, of movement on it. Damien awaits his 0-1. And it's in there for a strike, too, and it looked like the exact same pitch in the exact same spot there. Now the question is, do you dare to go to it 3 times? I wouldn't. I personally would not. It's bound to be bad news for one of the 2 players. Here's your 0-2 delivery, and it's well outside there. It was a fastball. Damien batting from the left side, and there's no shift from the Gladiators. So I do feel like sometimes the shift kind of defeats the purpose of playing defense, because you leave a wide open lane for left-handed batters in left field. And if you got a batter that knows how to pull the ball very well, and that's a double waiting to happen every single time. Sometimes they even pull the infielder, the third baseman, to go cover shortstop, and the shortstop to go cover the hole above second base. And all you have to do is just line a bunt down the third baseline. You got yourself a free base hit every single time. Always kind of baffled me why coaches wouldn't do that in the MLB. And speaking of the MLB, please, Players Association and owners, please come to an agreement. Please, pretty please. Here's your 1-2. Outside for a ball. Damien Stone in the 2-2 count here. And he pops this one out to the shortstop. Shortstop says he's under it, and he's got it for the out. Well, then infield fly out for Stone, and here's Jeter Ibarra.
Number 26, Jeter. Let's go, G!
And Jeter, of course, arguably one of the more dangerous bats on this Ohlone roster, and he takes a strike there. Let's talk about Carson Glavitch real quick. He's done a great job coming out of the bullpen. He inherited runners at the corners with only 1 out in the previous inning as he gets a swinging strike 2 there from Jeter. he inherited 2 runners on, one at third base, one at first base in the last inning with only 1 out, and did not allow a single run to score after coming in.
Oh, yeah.
That's a hit.
And Jeter right up the middle for a base hit. I was about to say, he's ahead of the count here against Ohlone, one of Ohlone's most dangerous batters, and dominating so far. And he gives up a ground ball base hit there right up the middle. And here is McAnthony Valdez.
That's a plus.
It is a plus. I don't have to
And Valdez is a righty, so we got a lefty on righty combination here. And Valdez, of course, a power hitter, so this is a big power situation here for Ohlone College, and definitely like to be in this position. Outside there for a ball.
tell the girls like home runs.
As the grand clock starts going, it's 2:30 here. We're just over an hour and 31 minutes and 44 seconds played. Swing and a miss strike there. Ibarra got caught trying, and he got caught down the line there at second and first, and almost got thrown out. But the throw back to first base was mishandled by the first baseman, and Ibarra counting his lucky stars down there at first base. My goodness. As we turn our attention back to home plate here, it's 1-1 now, the count with 1 out. And this ball is lifted high and deep to center field. It looks like it might stay in the park, and it will. And that's an out.
And you know what? His approach is really good today. Everything's up the middle. That's fine, man. That's fine.
Now batting, number 11, Jayden Shepard.
And here's Jaden Shepard. He is also a right-handed batter. So we got a big situation here, a big battle, as Jaden is also a very dangerous bat on this Ohlone roster. And just a couple of weeks ago, he actually hit an opposite field home run to right field. And it was well over that 355 sign, so he hit that ball a ton as he takes a first pitch fastball there. So I remember that vividly because it was the first home run that I've seen in this field. Glavich tries Ibarra there at first base, and Ibarra doing a great job getting back to first.
If they figured anything attention.
Glavich tries first base again, and Ibarra comes back.
He's not even taking
I think here is the mind game is to get Shepard's timing off. That's huge when you're talking about this game here. And then a test back to first base again. Now 3 tests back to first base, and there's not very many teams that like these type of mind games. Yes, I'm pretty sure the list is very short, and Shepard is just standing there saying, hey, you going to throw it back to me anytime soon? Gotta love the game within the game here when it comes to baseball. So many small things to love about the game. Small things that play pivotal roles as the 0-1 is bounced to the plate there for a ball. So we're at an hour and 34 minutes and 25 seconds of total play time so far in this game through 4, well, about to get through 4 innings here, 4 1/3, 4.5 innings rather. Now the 1-1 count. Here comes the delivery from Glavich. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss there. Glavich sporting the number 16. Of course, that's a very powerful number in sports here in the California Bay Area. And the number 16 is associated with some greatness here in California, especially for sports. Inside pitch there, and it's now a 2-2 count. So we're not just talking about here Joe Montana. I mean, even Angel Pagan from the San Francisco Giants. A lot of very, very great players have worn the number 16 in the professional level for multiple different sports. here in California. And Shepard checked his swing, but the home plate umpire says he went. And that's going to be your third strike there. And we are through 4. It's 4-0. And we have 7 hits for Ohlone College, 2 for the Gladiators. No errors for both teams. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Ohlone College Baseball live on the Gaming Runner Production YouTube channel. I'm Mondo Galan. All right, and here we go. Sugden is in, or no, not Sugden, rather. It's Derflinger who is in now for the Gladiators. Playing in left field today. No, he's playing in second base, my goodness. Swings and misses hard at that first pitch fastball from Gonzalez, who has been pitching absolutely amazing so far. He's given up only 2 hits through 4 innings, and now here in the 5th inning. Starts with a first pitch strike. Has been attacking the zone very, very well, and has been throwing some really nice breaking stuff as this pitch is fouled off to the left side. Ibarra flips it to one of his teammates, who makes a barehanded play out there in the dugout. Nice job. Of course, Ohlone College, who is synonymous for having one of the more premier community college baseball programs, now has some additional means to add to their physique. And this is a grounder to Ibarra, and it's bounced back to Shepard, and Shepard cannot dig it out. So that's an infield base hit right there for Derflinger. And here's Miladvich.
Right?
Yeah, we'll get out of it.
As now Ohlone College is ranked in the top 5 in the community college state rankings. That was reported after getting their 11th win, which was just 2 days ago in San Francisco. Miladvich fouls off his first pitch, as it's looking like this year could be something big for Ohlone College if they can stay focused and continue executing the way that they are and improving from their current spot, because of course you can always improve. This 0-1 is fouled back, and now it's 0-2. And it'd be huge to have playoff game possibly here at Ohlone College, but that's just looking down the road. We got 5 games to worry about, this one included. And Gonzalez fakes him back at first base as he turned back and went through his motion but didn't actually throw it. Trying to keep Derflinger out there pretty honest. He's getting a nice lead here. Takes another step forward. Here's your 0-2 delivery. It bounces to the plate. Steinhauer keeps it in front of him. And a good block out of Steinhauer there.
Oh, he did it?
Yeah.
Somebody else must have told him. Huh?
Yeah, I guess they got in his ear.
And now it's a 1-2 count. The 1-2 count from Gonzalez. Home. And it's a grounder. Up with it to second. Back to first for a double play and a great job. You're going to score that. A 5-4-3 right there. And a great job on that. Or it's a 6-4-3. My goodness. 6-4-3 there. And now standing in is Maestas. The first pitch there is a strike on the outside corner.
Gotta keep it up, buddy.
And Ohlone College thought that 0-1 delivery was going to be a strike there, but it was called a ball instead. It was a really good pitch. Just a stone cold take. And here's your 1-1. The pitch outside for a ball.
It's okay. Up in the air, that's good. Target curve.
And 2-1 awaiting from Gonzalez. He gets the sign and gets the spot. Now he throws outside.
Yeah, I know. If not, a little gray.
And Maestas now in the driver's seat here with a 3-1 count. Gonzalez, who's done a great job so far here, looking to try and get his final out here in the 5th inning. This has popped up way up here, and it's going to land just behind us. As it landed on the blue tent. Heads up, COVID-19 screeners, you got a baseball coming your way. And now we have a full count. 3-2 with 2 outs. Gonzalez. And this ball is grounded to the second baseman. Up with it, throwing to first. Easy right there. And scored that. A 4-3. And through 5.5 innings, it scored 4-0 so far. We'll be back in 30 seconds. All right, here we are in the bottom of the 5th inning, and standing in now is KW Quillisi. And still out to pitch is Glavich for the Gladiators, who's done a great job out of the pen so far. Oh, and throws a breaking pitch that almost hits Quillisi. So put that on the broadcaster's jinxing moments. Oh my goodness. The 1-0 delivery home. It is a no, it's a ball. It looked like a strike for a minute there.
Yeah, you never know. But it doesn't look like that with this game.
No, it looks like he's going to be like
It looks
10
like,
feet tall.
yeah.
Now Quillisi in the driver's seat here, 2-0, and he grounds this one to the first baseman and up within, taking it himself. 3 unassisted there at first base, and you have your first out of the inning. So I gotta say, 3 unassisted is my favorite thing to say in baseball. One of my favorites, at least. And here's Will Jewell as he awaits, and he lines this 0-0 delivery to left field, and the left fielder on his horse cannot catch up to it. Will is rounding first and heading to second. He's going to have a stand-up double there.
Beautiful.
And a great job by Jewell there to get a nice double, and Durkoff had some big trouble with it out there in left field, but the wind is pushing the ball a little bit right now, and I imagine that had something to do with it. Also, it's not very many good angles right now because the sun is coming and going with the clouds up there. So I imagine it is not an easy job right now, especially playing in the outfield where the wind is whipping. It was pushing out to left center early on. That first pitch home is a strike to Steinhauer. In the early goings, the wind was pushing out to left center, and now it was pushing out to right center. It's been changing almost all night so far. Steinhauer waits and takes the 0-1 delivery for a strike. And Steinhauer is now down in the count 0-2. He had an RBI double, of course, in the 2nd inning, and it was a key at bat to start this Ohlone roster. In this Ohlone lineup, scoring runs so far tonight, and has been doing a great job as he calls for time. He steps out and now steps back in. He awaits, and it's well outside for a ball.
Keep on throwing what's working, right?
Yep. Away on lefties and away on righties.
And now for the 1-2 count, Steinhauer doing his little shimmy. Now steps in, and he's ready for this pitch. Glavich throws, and it's low, and now it's 2-2.
2-2.
So I want to say a shout out real quick to little Jalen Higgins. He's an ex-James Logan alumni, now playing for Chabot College. Got to see him play a couple of times for James Logan. Very, very good player. The runner is going to run for third, and it's a stolen base.
All right, Stein, let's do a job right here, Stein.
And now Steinhauer, all he has to do really is just put this ball in play, and he's got himself an RBI. Or at least a scored run. As that pitch there, that 2-2 delivery was well outside. And Ibarra doing or rather Quillisi, my bad. No. Jewell did a great job there, stealing a base.
That hit him.
And that 3-2 was inside. It looked like it hit him. Nonetheless, it's still a ball, and it's a walk. Now runners at the corners here. And here's Calvillo. Calvillo has had a couple of opportunities here to score a run. Now he's going to have another one. There's just a fight to the bat rack right now, and Ohlone College doing a great job here offensively, especially. And he's going to lay down a bunt here, and a mishandle at third base. All runners are going to be safe, and a run scores. It's 5-0 Renegades. And here's Stevie Hamm, as he actually had the RBI double in the second inning. And here we go. Glavich with his 0-0 delivery, checks the runner at second. Oh, and Stevie Hamm called time there. That's, wow, that is crazy. As mid-pitch, he called time there, and it was granted. As Glavich was already in his windup by the time he had called time. And it was a great pitch, too, that was taken away from Glavich, as that would have easily have been a strike. And now he starts with the first pitch inside there for a ball.
John the Island.
You don't move, dude. You move to the base.
And Stevie Hamm awaiting his 1-0, and he bounces this. Glavich with his own play there and throws it to first for the out. Both runners advance, however, and it's only one out. But now there are 2 outs here in the inning. And here is Damien Stone with 2 runners on and 2 out. A lefty on righty, or no, a lefty on lefty rather, situation here. Glavich has the advantage here. And this ball is lined into left field, and that's going to find some grass. An easy scored run from Steinhauer. Calvillo is going to stay right where he is, and Damien Stone gets into second base for a double. 6-0 is your score now. Scoring 2 runs on the afternoon is Steinhauer, and he's done a great job. And it looks like Stone might actually be, or no, he's not. He's just handing his gloves to a third base coach. And we're going to have a mound visit here. And Glavich, who's done a great job thus far, could very well have reached the end of his day here, possibly. It looks like there is action in the Chabot bullpen. And there will indeed be a new pitcher. Glavich did a great job coming out of the bullpen. Unfortunately, did give up 2 runs here, but nonetheless, did a great job coming out of the bullpen, working the Gladiators out of a potential huge inning for Ohlone College in the 3rd, putting up 0 in the 4th, then giving up 2 here in the 5th. And that's going to be the end of his afternoon. We're going to have the new pitcher in 30 seconds. Timeout. And the new pitcher for the Gladiators is Andres de Leon. He is a right-handed pitcher and also a right-handed batter, freshman at the 5'11" height, 180 pounds. He's from Mountain House. And we'll be back in 10 seconds after the infield practice is over with. All right, and here we are again. Andres de Leon is the pitcher, of course, and standing in now is Jayden Ibarra. As the situations just keep on getting better and better for Ohlone College and more dangerous for this Gladiator squad, who's got to pull themselves out of this rut right now. With 2 outs, there is light in the tunnel. And this is the first pitch here is well outside for a ball. As Andres is listed as 5'11", but you wouldn't have even thought it. He definitely does not look 5'11" up there in the mound. Has a very low windup and a very low delivery as he throws that 1-0 in there for a strike. And here's your 1-1, and it's a ball, and now it's 2-1. Jayden Ibarra, who's a bit on the taller side for Ohlone College. He's looking to find a gap and score these 2 runs here. Even a single could score these 2 runs. As this ball is lifted to left and it's fouled. And a great play right there by one of the bench players. And now the count is 2-2. Andres is looking for anything here that will result in an out. Maybe another strike, ground out, pop out, anything. Trying to get out of this inning. This ball is lifted into left. It looks like it's going to stay in play in foul territory, and a great play out there.
Nice play, Nick.
By Miladvich out there in third base. He angled all the way back into about midway into left field in foul territory. And an over-the-shoulder catch. And through 5, rather, we have a 6-0 score. Ohlone College leads. Don't go anywhere. We have plenty of more action left for you here in the 6th inning. Back in 30 seconds.
Yeah, but that's going to make you a pro. Right?
Standing in now is Ayers, the right fielder, and so far he reached on his first attempt, and I believe he's been retired the other two. So I don't have those statistics in front of me. All I have is just a bunch of papers to tell me these players' stats, and he's got some good stats so far in this season. As he takes a first pitch outside corner there for a ball. And one thing, you know, obviously it's kind of hard to look at this, but there are quite a number of things that the Gladiators are doing well. And one thing is making sure that Gonzalez has to throw some good pitches here as this ball is lined into the shortstop. A great play there for the first out. As I was about to give them props for working the count, that was a 2-pitch out right there. But they have been doing a great job so far working the count. They just have to be able to pull the trigger on pitches, on mistake pitches, a lot better from here on out. But apart from that, I mean, really, you have to be happy with how they've approached at bats, even with 2 hits on the afternoon. As the first pitch there is a strike, and standing in is Ramos. And now the 0-1. In there for another strike. As the scoreboard says, the count is 1-1. I believe the first pitch was a strike, if I remember correctly. I heard the umpire say so. So, here comes the next pitch. Gonzalez. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 called. And the throw to first gets the out there as Ramos did swing out a ball and tried to get pushed across, but he could not. And now with 2 outs here. Here comes Sugden once again. We're just over 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 36 seconds played here as Sugden swings and misses at the first pitch strike. 2 hours, 4 minutes, and 44 seconds of total play time in this game. Going to reach over 3 hours by the time this game is on its way to being closed out through 6.5 here in the top of the 6th inning. And this ball is lifted into right field. It might find some grass here, and it does, but it's fouled off to the right side. Now it's 0-2. And Gonzalez has done a great job throwing some breaking stuff and of course, attacking the zone all afternoon. I feel like I've been really just seeing that from him and really been impressed with that. And that was also apparent in his last appearance at home last week against San Joaquin Delta. Looking for a punch out here. And that's a ball in the outside corner. Sugden, who is batting from the right side. Just looking for a little bit more here in this at-bat. Maybe even a base hit. Inside, and everybody thought that that was going to be strike 3 called, but it is not. It is a 2-2 count now.
Oh, man, that was terrible.
As some spectators voiced their discontent for that call. 2-2 count here with 2 outs. Gonzalez with the delivery. Swing and a miss, and Sugden strikes out. We're going to head to the bottom of the 6th inning. The score is 6-0. Don't go anywhere yet. Plenty of action still left to go. All right, here we are in the bottom of the 6th inning. McAnthony Valdez is in now for Ohlone College. Still out there is Andres De Leon for the Gladiators, as the first pitch is a fastball that bounces to the plate for a ball. And the crowd so far has remained consistent, still well over about 120, maybe even 150 people here, as the second pitch fastball is a ball again, and it bounces to the plate. Now it's 2-1, or 2-0 rather. And Andres De Leon inherited runners on in the last inning as he throws a strike there on the inside. He inherited some runners on in the previous inning and did not give up anything. He did a great job under pressure, and now he has a clean slate here in the bottom of the 6th inning, as he throws another fastball too far inside and low there for a ball. And now it's 3-1. McAnthony Valdez has himself a huge chance here to get on base and get something to hit here. 3-1, and it's on the ground. A great play by the shortstop. Throws it to first, and it is in time for the out. Of course, if you're a shortstop, you got to have a very strong arm, and especially if you're a third baseman as well, you have to have a very, very strong arm to play those two positions. And so far, both players locking down their positions pretty well thus far. And standing in now is Shepard, Jayden Shepard. So he takes an inside breaking pitch there for a strike. And Jaden Shepard, of course, has a lot of power. One of the home run leaders here in this Ohlone squad. So he takes an inside pitch there, and it looked like a strike. Now it's a 1-1 count with one out. Inside, and that's a strike. And now with a 1-2 count, Andres De Leon in the driver's seat. And Shepard lines this one to the second baseman. Great play and a spinning throw back to first base for the out. And it seems that these Gladiators have locked it down here in the infield so far in this 6th inning. And with 2 outs, here's KW Quillisi. Gotta say, of all the names, this is my favorite name, KW Quillisi. So he lines this one, and a great play by De Leon, but he cannot corral it, as that was a complete self-defense move, and the glove ripped right off of his hand there. It almost actually came back and hit him, and KW Quillisi has himself a base hit. De Leon knocked it down as it was a liner right back to his face. He knocked it down and could not quite field it. However, the concern is just don't let it hit you. At that point, it's just self-defense, especially when you have a ball coming right back at you. And the first pitch is a bouncer to the plate. And it seems that they're a little bit worried about KW Quillisi over there being at first base, and I would be too. He's definitely a good base runner. The bouncer to the plate had the catcher pop up and pump fake out to second base there. Good thing he didn't throw because nobody was covering there. Nobody was even running either. And in is Will Jewell, of course. He grounds this one to the second baseman. Second baseman's up with it, throws it to first, and it's a great play there. And the inning is over. We are through 6 now, and the score is still 6-0. Top of the 7th inning coming up. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Thank you for listening. Hey Ohlone family, if you guys are still looking for classes for the semester, we are still taking classes. You have late start classes that are starting as late as March 28th. So talk to your counselors if you still need to register for classes. There are late start classes. Some of them are available on the Fremont campus, some are available on the Newark campus. Talk to your counselors and talk to them about getting those late start classes so that you can stay enrolled at Ohlone College if you need to. For more information, just log on to ohlone.com or even log on to your My Ohlone account. And here we go. We are now in the top of the 7th inning. And we got a new player out here. Alonso Guijarro is the batter here for the Gladiators, and he's down 0-1 in the count early here. Alonso awaiting his 0-1 delivery now from Gonzalez. Gonzalez throws, and it's in there. Looked like for a strike, but it's called a ball. As the wind is now pushing straight out to center, as accorded by our American flag out there by the scoreboard. Gonzalez now. And this ball is lifted high and deep to left center field, and that's well out of here and fair for a home run. And so now the Gladiators now on the board for the first time tonight with a home run. And Alonso coming in as a pinch hitter ends up being a great decision for these Gladiators as they finally push across a run. And don't look now, but you still got plenty of game left. Only down by 5. And standing in now is Gazdar, the shortstop. As Gonzalez showing his first sign of trouble. That's the 3rd hit that he's given up, actually. And sometimes all that stands between you and a shutout is one at bat. And it's the beauty and the curse of playing baseball. Sometimes standing in your face between a win is just one at bat. A win on a loss is just one at bat sometimes. As that pitch is in there for a strike. It looks like Gazdar was trying to bunt there with no outs on a 1-0 count. Or even trying to draw Gonzalez to throw out of the zone. Gonzalez was not phased. He threw a really nice pitch there on that 1-0. This ball is grounded, and easy play there for Ibarra. Back to Jewell for the out. Or Shepard. And here's Duroff. Duroff is playing in left field. Hasn't really shown much at the plate so far today, and probably trying to look to get a base hit here to his name. And that first pitch was something to swing at right there, as that was a hanger right there over the heart of the plate, and it looked like possibly a changeup. It definitely was a slower pitch. And now the count is 0-1. The 0-1 delivery. And this is line into center field for a base hit. It's only going to be a single here. And this is something that you definitely want to see. Just get base runners as much as you can here from the Gladiators with 1 out. And here's Derflinger. Derflinger is the second baseman. And we got a righty on righty matchup here. which of course favors Gonzalez, the pitcher. The 0-0 delivery is a ball. And Gonzalez showing signs now of a significant struggle and cause for concern. It doesn't look like there's much action in the Ohlone bullpen. I can't really see from this angle. However, I would not be surprised if someone is warming up right now as this ball is lined foul to the right side. We're in the top of the 7th now, and the Gladiators have just pushed across their first run of the afternoon. It was a home run. From Alonzo, the home run was from. The 1-1, swing and a miss there, strike 2. Hard swing and a miss from Der Flinger. Gonzalez now in the driver's seat, and a ground ball here could possibly get him out of the inning. And get him through 7 innings with only 1 run scored and giving up 4 hits. A great game so far from Gonzalez. See if he can get out of this inning. And that 1-2 is in there for a strike 3 called. And now there are 2 outs here in the inning. And standing in now is the third baseman, number 21, Miladvich. And Nick, who's done a great job at third base so far today for this Gladiator squad, awaits his 0-0 delivery, and it is a ball as it looks like it was too low there. Gonzalez looking for the final out of this inning. He got a strikeout and he got a ground out. The pitch. And this ball is fouled. Now the count is 1-1. So we're at 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 47 seconds of total play time in this game. It's been a consistent game so far from this Ohlone College lineup, and from Gonzalez, a pretty dominant outing out in the mound. The 1-1 delivery home, and it's popped out into center field. Center fielder is under it, and Stone has it for the out. And we are now through 7.5. The score is 6-1. Be back in 30 seconds. All right, standing in now is Corey Steinhauer, my goodness. Due up is 7, 8, and 9 for Ohlone College as he takes this first pitch outside for a ball. And still out there is Andres de Leon for the Gladiators. And has so far done a great job out of the bullpen. And Steinhauer pops this one out to left and well out of play as there is some action now in the Ohlone bullpen. We have a pitcher warming up over there. And Steinhauer, who's done a great job getting on base so far today. He's had a hit and also has a walk. Here's your 1-1 delivery home. Steinhauer watches that one inside for a ball. Steinhauer batting from the left side. We have a lefty versus righty matchup here when it comes to batter versus pitcher. Outside corner for a strike right there, and Steinhauer watched and he knew it. As he takes a walk there out of the batter's box before the umpire could even make a call. He knew that that was a strike and something good to hit on the outside corner there to take it opposite field. And he gets it on the outside corner here, and he grounds it to the opposite field. Up with it as the third baseman throws it to first, and an easy ground out there. Great job out of Miladvich there to get that ground out. And we have one out here. And here is Cam Cavill. And he is hitting the head, and he looks to be okay. He was hit right on the top of the helmet. He walks it right off. Doesn't even thread it. He is totally fine from the looks of it. Hopefully it does not develop into a later concussion. And standing in now is Stevie Hamm. Stevie Hamm awaits the 0-0 delivery inside there for a ball. At first base is Calvillo. Hoping to try and move up the base paths here. As this ball is lifted and it's going to fall. And it gets over the center fielder's head, and now Calvillo is going to move up to third. The throw back to the infield is mishandled, and Stevie Hamm gets a double out of the deal, and now we got runners in scoring position at second and third with one out. And standing in now is Damien Stone. He's had plenty of at-bats so far today. Damien Stone in a good matchup here. It's a righty versus a lefty matchup with two runners on and only one out. Runner at second and third. Calvillo is at third and Stevie Hamm at second. The 0-0 delivery awaits here. Target is set outside, and Stone takes the first pitch. It's carrying out to the left center, and a good play by the center fielder there. And tagging up as both runners are going to advance, and scoring a run there is Calvillo. And the score is now 7-1, Renegades. A great job out of Damien Stone there to just get an RBI sacrifice fly right there. And the pitching coach is going to come out now, as Andres de Leon has done a great job out of the bullpen. There is some action, and it looks like we're going to have another pitching change here. A great job coming out of the pen for Andres de Leon. So he's going to get himself a nice ovation from this Chabot crowd that has traveled here to Ohlone College as he walks off the mound for the final time tonight. The pitcher that is going to be coming in for De Leon is Josh Cavallo. And De Leon is smiling. You got to like that. Good attitude coming out of De Leon as he walks off for the final time tonight. We'll be back in 30 seconds after the pitching change and infield practice. You're listening to Ohlone College Baseball here on the Gaming Runner Production YouTube channel. I'm Mondo Galan. Don't go anywhere yet. We got plenty of action still. 7-0, Renegades. All right, and we are back. Jayden Ibarra is going to be standing in now with actually 2 outs in the inning, not 1 out. I have not changed that. There we go. 2 outs in the inning, 7-0. And we have Stevie Hamm at third base for Ohlone College. And here comes the new pitcher. And his first pitch is a curveball in there for a strike. As Josh is a right-handed pitcher, and he's also designated as a first baseman for this Gladiators squad. As this ball is fouled back to the screen, now it's 0-2. He's from the Kings Academy. And he is also a freshman at 6'8". Very, very, very tall. And the 0-2 delivery is well outside for a ball. Jayden Ibarra, of course, standing in the right side batter's box. And he's a right-handed batter and thrower for that matter. Here were 2 outs. Awaits his 1-2. Well outside for a ball. Ibarra now with the 2-2. Awaits his pitch. The ball's bounced to the ground and it's going to be foul. And so Jayden Ibarra, who has proven himself today to be a formidable foe for each pitcher that has come out for the Gladiators. It's been an absolute workout to try and get him out. And in this at-bat, nothing has changed at all, as he was just worked to 0-2, now working back to 2-2. And he swings and fouls that one back to the screen. If he would have let it go, it would have been 3-2 there. Your Renegades with 12 hits, 7 runs, and 1 error. Gladiators with 4 hits, 1 run, and no errors. Here's your 2-2. Bouncer to the plate. Now it's a 3-2. And so quite literally almost as full as the count can get. 3-2 with 2 outs and a runner at third. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Kicking and dealing. Here's the pitch. And it's grounded, and it bounces off second base itself. And it's going to be a base hit and an RBI single. It was lined right up the middle, and it hit right off the corner of that second base pad. And Ibarra has himself another RBI on the afternoon. And now it's 8-1, Ohlone College. And here's Valdez. Anthony Valdez, who almost homered in his last attempt. Fouls this one straight back, and it hit the catcher right in the head. And he looks to be okay. And the count is now 0-1. So I'd like to give a very special thanks to Rich Yako for allowing me to have a platform at James Logan High School when I was a high school student. And just know that what you were able to do for me then has translated to what I am doing now, currently calling a college baseball game. Mark Anthony swings and misses there at a 0-1 breaking pitch. And now it's 0-2. Trying to work his way out of the inning. Here is Josh with an 0-2 count against one of the more dangerous bats here at Ohlone College, and time is called. As Josh stepped off the mound there for a minute to presumably collect his thoughts. Here's your 0-2. On its way. Inside there, swing and a miss, strike 3. We're going to head to the top of the 8th inning. Score is 8-1. Be back in 30 seconds. and we have a pitching change here at Ohlone College. Gonzalez's night is over. He pitched through 7 innings, only gave up 4 hits and a single run. And the new pitcher is Zhu Yen. He is from Taiwan. He's one of the few players here from Ohlone College who resided in a different country, which is actually pretty freaking awesome if you ask me. And here we go. He is going to pitch here in the 8th inning and possibly even the 9th. As the pitch is inside there for a ball. Let me shut off first base there, as there's nobody there. Yet, at least. And if you're still watching this recorded broadcast, I would like to thank you all so much. We should hopefully have live productions for the next home game, so keep an eye out. That's going to be on Thursday, as that pitch is inside there for a strike. As a tough decision has to be made for Ohlone. There are 2 games going on. There's a softball game and a baseball game happening simultaneously, and we'll have to stay for the baseball game here because the season is almost over here for this baseball team, as that 1-1 delivery was well outside for a ball. So if you were hoping that we were going to have a broadcast of the softball game, I was hoping so too, but it won't unfortunately be happening. We'll get a date for the next softball game in the comment section below as this video is being uploaded. So if you are a softball player, look in the comments below and for the next production that will happen. 3-1, and this ball is popped to left field, and it is going to land in a tree. If the tree catches it, does that count as an out? All right. Wishful thinking. 3-2 count here. Yen has this one lined into right for a base hit. And a good piece of hitting right there by Mestas. And now the lineup card will turn over, as Ikes is now in. And Iyer is having a hairdo very reminiscent of Brandon Crawford. Very curly and nicely long kept, as he takes an inside pitch there for a ball. Gotta respect my long hair, folks. We are many, but we are also few. And now at the 0-1 count, Yen kicks and deals. In there for a strike. It was a nice slider there on that 0-1 or that 1-0 delivery. Yen throws, and that's a strike right there in there. Now it's 1-2. And it's a very, very nice slider that he has already. It's got a lot of movement and some good velocity on it too. It really helps him here in this righty versus righty matchup. Ikes awakes his 1-2. It's a slider again, and this is fouled to the right side. And here we go. This is going to be now the 1-2 delivery. This ball is fouled to the right side again. And now Yen, standing at 6'2", 205 pounds, trying to find his put-away pitch here on this 1-2 count, and this is bounced back to home, but it's going to be called foul. And Ike stays alive here for another pitch. And for the Renegades, the next game that will be happening will happen at Mission on March 8th at 2 p.m. That's going to be their next game. Their next home game, of course, is going to be against Mission, and that'll happen on March 10th. That will hopefully be a live production. If not, at the very least, it will be a recorded production. Ball is bounced to the plate, and Ike stays alive for another pitch here, and it's a 2-2 count.
Roll me right here, Stevie.
And now, Ike's awaiting his 2-2 here in this very long at-bat, and it's a bounce to the plate, but it's not going to be called. As it wasn't a bounce to the plate. It looked like a really good pitch, actually, but it did not get called. A strike there. Ike's swings and misses there at the 3-2 delivery, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. And standing in now is number 24, Ramos. And for the Gladiators, San Mateo will be their next opponent, and that will happen on March 8th, Tuesday at 2 p.m., and it's going to be at San Mateo also. And Ramos gets hit there on the shin, and that's not at all fun. That's going to probably hurt for a very long while. He's going to wake up tomorrow morning with a gnarly bruise on it, and hopefully nothing more than that. As he hobbles his way to first base, probably in a world of pain. My goodness. One of the worst places to get hit when it comes to pain is in the shin, because it shoots up the rest of your leg. And it acts as if you broke something in your leg. If anybody has ever broken anything, you know that the pain shoots up the rest of your body on the body part that you broke it, such as if the hand is broken, it shoots up the rest of the arm. And that's what it does with the shin, but it also hurts centralized on the shin extremely, extremely bad. So it's one of the reasons why the shin is just not fun to deal with at all. As he's trying to walk it off, Ramos is trying to walk it off, and my goodness, is he in a world of pain or what? He's talking to the base coach. He's like, don't put me away, coach. Don't put me away. I got this. As he's now going to go stand on first base. Obviously, he does not want to come out of this game. Now he's running up the line. He looks like he feels fine. As he pounds his chest there. He's like, don't take me out of the game, coach. And there you go. You got 2 runners on now for the Gladiators in a big situation here to try and score some runs. Yeah, this game is definitely not looking good on paper, but it's definitely not over, especially if a ball can reach over the wall here. Bring it within 4 runs. And here's a big situation. 1 out, 2 runners on, and standing in now is Sugden, the 3-hole hitter, and due up is Gilliam, the 4-hole hitter. Good pitch from Yen. Oh my goodness, he gets a couple of oohs from the crowd. That's how good it was. It was a very pretty breaking pitch right there. As it could also be just a ground out away from getting out of this inning and heading into the 9th. As this ball is inside and it's lined foul to the right side. I swear, eventually we're going to have a game here at Ohlone College where the weather is actually very, very nice and pretty. Today is overcast, slightly windy, and very cold. Partially rainy as well. Here's your 0-2 delivery from Yen. And it is lined, and a great play by the shortstop. Oh, no, and the throwback to first was bobbled, and now we got bases loaded here, and hold your breath as the cleanup hitter, Gilliam, comes up. Or rather, this is not even Gilliam. I forgot. Gilliam was double switched out of the game. This is Alonzo, who homered back in the 6th inning. Or 7th inning, rather. So he just homered in his last attempt, which was just an inning ago. And now here he is again in a bigger spot where if he puts one over the wall, he breathes new life into this game. Don't look now, but we have a big situation here with 1 out and bases loaded. Or not bases loaded. There's a runner missing at second because he's out. So 2 outs, not bases loaded. Runners at the corners. Goodness, I need to pay attention over here. As Alonzo fouled off his first pitch, and now it's 0-1. Yen kicks and deals. This ball is fouled off to the right side. However, it had the home run distance. Alonzo, a right-handed batter, facing the right-handed Yen. And Yen in the driver's seat here, 0-2 with 2 outs. The pitch outside for a ball. And now it's 1-2. In a big situation here. 1-2. Alonzo awaiting his 1-2 delivery. Pitch. And he lines this one into left field, and it is caught by the left fielder for a line out. As we head into the bottom of the 8th inning, the score is still 8-1 and no damage done. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere. Plenty of action. Still left to go. All right, and here we go. Standing in now is Jaden Shepard here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Score is, of course, 8-1. Jaden takes inside there for a strike. as Josh is still out there for the Gladiators. I've noticed a pattern. All of the Gladiator pitchers so far have pitched through 3 innings, but the 3rd inning has been a significant sign of trouble for them, for each pitcher. And it looks like just about after 40 pitches after each pitcher, they start to have significant troubles. As Shepard takes in there for a strike, and now he's down in the count 1-2. As I was feeling, he took an inside pitch for a ball to make it 1-1. Now that pitch was inside for a strike for a 1-2. Set up for the outside corner. It goes outside there, and it's a ball. And Shepard, with great discipline and awareness, understanding what the point of attack is here to try and get him out. Here's your 2-2. And this is fouled off to the right side and out of play.
In their conference, in their division, nothing.
2-2 count now. Here it comes. Shepard fouls it off to the left side.
Mexico's not in the division, they're in the conference.
That's correct.
Yeah. Same thing with Michigan too, right?
No.
They're not in
And Shepard sporting the number 11. That's, of course, where the win streak is right now for Ohlone College. 11 wins. Trying to make it 12 wins in a row.
San Mateo is the same as San Francisco.
Josh with the 2-2. Outside there, and it looked like it might have been strike 3, but it's called a ball.
Oh, that one looked good.
Win one more.
I don't know. I think I'm better judge of that from where you're at.
Even like this.
And now here's your 3-2 delivery from Josh. And it's no, I thought it was low and outside, but it's actually in there for a strike. And that's going to be a strikeout. Shepard did not like that call. And he's not the only one. Here's KW Quillisi now. So we have a righty on lefty matchup between the pitcher and the batter now. Quillisi with a nice straight up stance. It's going to have a lot of shoulder drive and elbow drive through with his swing, and he takes a pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Josh, the 0-1. Swing and a miss from Quillisi, and now it's 0-2. Quillisi awaits his 0-2. The pitch. In there, swing and a miss, strike 3. Some great power stuff from Josh there as he gets his second strikeout of the inning. We got a double switch. And here's Takumi Mayeno. Another one of the players on this roster who resided in high school in a different country. He is from Japan, which is really, really awesome. He swings and misses at his 0-1 delivery. As it's looking like this Ohlone squad is poised for another deep playoff run. And, of course, there's been a lot of those lately here at Ohlone College. And the second pitch is in there for a strike. Of course, we'll have a little bit more of a picture of it possibly happening as we get closer and closer to the end of the season. but it's huge right now for Ohlone College to be having this momentum this late in the season. Fouled off there. And Menino is going to get another shot here in an 0-2 pitch. The 0-2 delivery. Bounces to the plate. Menino. Who is a very, very fast base runner in the game against San Joaquin Delta. Stole a couple of bases when he came in a very similar spot as to where he is now, except, of course, it was a much closer game. Menino fouls off a pitch on the outside corner there. As the grand clock is starting to go here, and it's just over 3 hours of playtime here as Menino strikes out there and Josh strikes out the side. As we head into the top of the 9th inning, the score is 8-0, 13 hits, 8 runs, and 1 error for Ohlone College, and of course 5 hits, 1 run, and no errors for the Gladiators. We're at 3 hours and 2 minutes and 13 seconds of total play time as we head into the top of the 9th inning. Bear with us, we're almost home. Be back in 30 seconds. All right, and so for the Renegades, we have a pitching change. Cade Castillo is going to be the new pitcher here in the top of the 9th inning. Standing at 6'1", weighing in 185 pounds, from Murrieta, California, and went to Vista Murrieta High School, and he throws a first pitch ball there. And standing in now is Gazdar, as he throws another ball there. And Gazdar is now ahead in the count. The 2-0 in there for a strike, and Castillo has a submarine delivery. He has an underhand delivery. The 2-1 is bounced to the plate, and there's bounce to third base. Jeter up with it, throws it to first. Easy first out there. And now there are 2 outs in the game remaining. And standing in now is Duroff. And it's looking more and more like Ohlone College will be taking home their 12th win in a row. This ball's on the ground. Up with it is the second baseman. Throws it to first. Easy ground out there. And now there is 1 out remaining in this game. And standing in now is Der Flinger. And here we go. Slider in there for strike 1. And the count is now 0-1. So Ohlone College riding a bunch of momentum in the final game, or going into their next game on Tuesday, and we have an emergency alert going, so you will hear that in the background from several different phones. Count is now 1-1. The pitch from Cade. In there for strike 2, and he's got some really good moving stuff coming out of the pin. Getting 2 ground outs so far. Looking for the final out here of this game. The 1-2 is popped well up into the sky. The infield says they got it here. Shortstop, and there you go. The 12th win in a row, and the winning streak continues for Ohlone College. Their next game will happen on the road on Tuesday, and their next home game will happen next Thursday on the 10th. Well, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching today's game and coming to support the video. We will have live broadcasts very soon here at Ohlone College. And for any more information, keep it here on the Gaming Runner Production YouTube channel. For business inquiries, you can find my business email down in the description below. And thank you all so much again for watching. This has been Armando Golan, and it's been a dandy. Have a great day, everyone.